Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Haley Waterbeach, and in today's video, we are going to go, okay, this is going to be really exciting because today is property hunting day, and I have been waiting on this day for a really long time. So I have at least 3 to 4 properties lined up that I'm gonna go and look at. I'm excited for this, and then I also have a small little lesson on Sully. Actually, I think I have 3 lessons today as well. My day is busy, but I have 3 lessons today. One on Chase, not Chase. Why is that name in my head? Oh my goodness. I have a lesson on one of my mares, one on Sully, and my stallion. I can't remember his name at the moment. That is so strange. Um, Chester. There we go. So I have a lesson on Chester, a lesson on Sully, and a lesson on my 3-year-old mare, Summer. So today we're going to go and look at some properties and also have some lessons. So the first property that I have to go and look at, it's actually I'm a little late because I wanted to do the intro. So we gotta head over there like right now. So yeah. Alrighty, so we are at the next property and I wrote Chester here, so I have one of the actually the owner is here too, so I have the owner watching Chester for me. Um so I'm gonna give you guys a bigger angle so you guys can actually see this property because it is massive. So I'm gonna do that real quick. So you guys go. So here's Mr. Chester. He's being a little goofball. So this is the stable, not the stable hand, bruh. This is the current owner. But this is a Western barn, and I would be changing it to mostly English. But I also like Western because Pumpkin she. Oh, yeah, I just remembered. I have a show on Pumpkin here, actually. And it was it's actually their last show here. Um, but this is all of the horses that I have that they're selling. Then they have, like, this place is massive, so I might not be able to give this place enough justice because I'm not gonna be able to run around this whole place to show you guys how big this place is. But this place is massive. It has a barn already, which is a good thing, and it has a nice house at the top that I could actually live in. It's just really big, and a little bit too big for my liking, so we'll see. Um, we have one more place because I just talked to my realtor and she said that I have one more place left. So let me get back on Mr. Bull Boy. So yeah, I have one more place to go and look at. This place though is definitely not going to be the nicest one, but this place is really cheap, so it kind of makes sense. Um, it's kind of like expensive, but not as expensive as the last 2 places. So we're gonna go and check that out. I'm gonna be taking Mr. Chester. I'm kind of just warming him up before our lesson because right after I check out this last place, I have to have a lesson with Chester anyways. So this is technically just warming him up and getting him moving. The first place though, I didn't have Chester. So I literally just tacked them up and stuff. So we're gonna go check out the next place, and I'm nervous. So let's go check this out. Guys, so I just made it to the place that I'm gonna go check out. This is the place. From up here, it doesn't look terrible. It definitely needs some work. Um, there's 2 barns, I think, maybe 3 actually. Yeah, there's supposed to be 3 separate barns, which is kind of crazy. Supposed to be 2 pastures in front and a nice sized house. And then over there, there's supposed to be the arena. So I kind of have like a trail ride to the arena, which isn't terrible. This place is close to Moorland, close to Steve's, which is my uncle. It's close to quite a lot of places, which is not terrible. It definitely needs some work. I definitely have to fix it up and make it look good. I don't know. There's also some land close by as well that's for sale, which I might buy some land instead and put a little house on it and a barn and stuff. Which it wouldn't work. It's just I don't know. Go boy. Huh. This is really I don't know. Like I like it, but I also like I don't know. Oh, there's 3 pastures. See, I didn't see that there's 3. Oh, good boy. So, this is the first pasture. Definitely needs some fixing up. Then we have the 3rd one and the 4th one. Whoa, good boy. So, these are the pastures. Then you walk over here. Good boy. Whoa. And then you have the shed, which could also be a barn. They said that there's technically 3 barns. Good boy for walking in. So this is the shed that you can turn into a barn if you really wanted to have like extra stalls. Good boy. And then you have the first proper barn over here. They have a little chicken coop as well, which isn't terrible. That's the house. That's the other barn. Whoa. Good boy. So this is the first barn. The stalls look a bit small, but they did say this this barn was for other animals, and the one over there was technically the horse stalls and stuff. So the chicken coop looks like it's more like a brand newer one, kind of. We'll see. Good boy. Yeah, this was the one that was supposed to be like the actual horse barn. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. It looks like they took out the stalls. So, but yeah. Good boy. And then you have like space for a pasture out here, which isn't terrible. Good boy. I don't know. It's like I like it, but I also don't like how much work it's gonna be before I can move in and move all my horses over. So I think this place is also gonna be a no. There is some land close by that I didn't say I was gonna look at, but I might go and look at it real quick because it's close by. And then we also have the arena to go check out that is attached to this land. So I'll go look at the arena because the arena is getting used by this place, but this place doesn't own it. The empty piece of land owns the arena, so come on, let's go. Good boy. Chester is doing so good. Good boy. So yeah, like I said, this piece of land definitely looks like it's gonna have to have a lot of work, or you got the whole thing and you make it empty land and you rebuild everything. The three pastures look like they would work. I just have to fix them up a little bit and like get rid of the weeds and stuff. I think it's right here. So this is the land that I was looking at. It's close to that other area, but this is the land um that you can purchase. Not this land. Right here. So all of that around like where all these trees are, that's all of the land that you can own. And then you have the arena up here. Good boy. Good boy. Such a good boy. Okay. So the arena is up here. And the arena looks really nicely done in the photos. So that is the land down there. And then this is attached to the property. And you'd get this arena, which this arena does need to get dragged again and stuff. But overall, this arena looks really nice. And looks like it's been used and was really loved and stuff. So I definitely like the arena for sure. It's the empty property that I'm like, I really was thinking of getting a house and a barn already and have it already have that stuff and like pastures and stuff. But if that ends up having to happen, then I will end up doing that. We'll see. I don't know. I literally have no clue. So, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. He's going. Good boy. I love this area though. It's so pretty. Oh, whoa. Look. Good boy. So yeah, this is over here. This is where the little town is. There was a barn for sale over there and a house and everything. It was like a house and barn combo, and it was way over my price range. It was like something millions. It was in the millions, and I was like, no, I don't have that much money. So sadly, that place was a no, but it was gorgeous. I did end up going and just checking it out because it doesn't hurt to just check a place out. Um, it was really fancy though. Um, but yeah, I don't know. There is Golden Leaf Stables, which I have checked that place out. It is for sale again. It's had like, I think, 5, 6 people own it, and now it's for sale again. I think it's because like the place gets so small after a while, and like they don't want to add on because they don't really have a lot of land. And then a new beginner barn, like new person that wants to have a barn and like start their own equestrian center, which is kind of where I'm at. Then they start it up, and then all of a sudden it gets like their thing gets so big, and they have a lot of horses to like have for the lessons, and like the people that they teach end up getting their own horses and they board them, and then they have like a lot of horses to board, and then their own horses to board for lessons and stuff, and then their personal horses they have to have them there too. So then like it gets like there's too many horses, but then all of a sudden they just end up having to move because they have so many animals and stuff, you know? it kind of sucks. So, I don't know. I have checked that place out. It would work. It's kind of a little far away. I'm kind of picky of where I want to go at the moment because I'm like, I would love to be close to Moorland for sure and Steve's, my uncle. So I will have to talk to the Baroness if she has any places that are close by that she knows that are thinking about going for sale. And I'll have to see because if you guys didn't know, I got Sully and now this boy, Mr. Chester, from the Baroness, and I also got, I think yeah, I got Pumpkin and Summer from Moorland, and then I got Miss Star from a cute little place, um, that's quite far away from here. It's actually like 4 hour drive from my uncle's. So she came far. Um, but yeah, I got her from a cute little farm called Summer Sunflower Farms is where I got her from. Cute family. They're very sweet. They have a lot of kids and they breed um lots of different types of horses. I know that they recently, because I follow them, um, they recently just had a cute little Arabian baby, and he's cute. They named him Storm. He's really cute. Cute little black little baby with a cute little star on his forehead, kind of like how Star has her little star on her forehead. But yeah, good boy. Technically, I'm just having a lesson right now because I keep cantering him and having him go really fast. He's kind of sweaty, so I might have to call off his lesson. But we'll see what the Baroness says because the Baroness has ridden him basically almost his whole life. Also, I think 2 days ago, um, Chester and Sally and the mystery sister that they have, which her name is Pearl, um, which I don't own her, their parents had the baby. So I found out what they had. They had another boy, which is really cool. I was hoping for a girl, but they had a boy. So which I'm not mad about. He is cute though. He is a so this is I'm gonna say like from Chester to Pearl and to the new baby, their coat colors. So Chester was born a bay, but he turned into a chestnut. Um Sully was born next. He was actually a bay and turned into a gray. And then Pearl was actually born a gray and then turned like a pinky color, basically like a pink pearl. That's how she got her name. And then this baby was born completely black. So I think he'll turn into a bay. So that's exciting because the parents, so the reason why they are not all one color is because the dad is a chestnut and the mom is a bay. So the reason why I'm like confused with with Pearl's coloring and Sully's coloring is because the dad is a chestnut and the mom is a bay, and you get like a pinky pearl color for their daughter, and then for Sully he's a total gray, and then their two other sons that they have now are both like them, which is so weird. How like they get two mystery color babies and they're all related. So it kind of like is confusing, I am rambling, and I'm gonna get this boy to the Baroness's racetrack. Baroness's barn, oh my goodness. And ask her if I'm riding him today or not. So, yeah. I will turn off the camera now. So, as you guys can see, I have made it to my lesson, but I am missing tack. So, she said to try him bitless and without a saddle, so bareback. So, I have never ridden a horse bareback before. Yes, you hear that correct. I have never ridden a horse bareback before. And also, Chester is a confirmed stallion, so this is going to be very interesting. So, I walked him around for a little bit in the jumping arena because there was another lesson going on in the arena that had literally no jumps in it. It's basically the corsage arena. Um, and then I asked for a trot, and I did a sitting trot, which was very nice. Um, and then I had to jump him. So I had a new trainer this day, um, and she told me to go over a cross rail in the trot with him because she actually has ridden Chester before bareback, which was interesting to learn. Um, and I did that, and he did good with the jump, and I was still freaking out internally, but I was freaking out internally, but not showing it. And then I asked him for a nice little canter. He did really good. And I was just doing all the little jumps because I'm like, I'm not jumping this horse big. Like, you think I'm gonna do that? First time ever riding a horse bareback and jumping a horse bareback. Heck nah. I'm not doing that. So I rode him around and I didn't do any light seat on this day. I was like, heck nah, we ain't doing that. So I got him at a good line here. I got him pretty close and he jumped it. And I started getting a little bit too confident in myself. So I decided that I was going to try a light seat and do this double. And so I did. And I went really fast to the point where he crashed. Sprang into the pole sit up, but we crashed. So fun. So I cantered him back around to the same line. Got him back to that speed that I asked him. And I was getting really confident still with myself. So right before we got to the jump, I asked him to go a little bit faster. And that was a terrible idea because we didn't even make it over the first jump. So afterwards, my trainer told me to try a single jump, and I was like, oh, this ginormous green one looks like it'd be a good jump. And right as he got to it, he bolted at it, and we still made it over, but then I could not slow him down. So I was over here getting bolted around the arena and I was trying to get him to stop and nothing was working. So all of a sudden I put him at this other green fence and he stopped, and that's when I knew that I was done for the day. I trotted him, he ended up trotting back to my trainer and I got off of him and I had to go all the way back home with him, well, technically bring him up to the barn, go home, get Sully and Summer because I had lessons on them as well this day. Um, yeah, so I did that. I had fun until the last bit of it, which my trainer before I got off of him said that I need to jump him over one more jump to end off on a good note. And I was like, okay, great. Let's do a little jump, and that's gonna be all I'm doing. So I brought him to this jump, which was not little. I thought I was like, oh, it's a little jump, it's fine. But you gotta remember, I'm on an 18-hand horse, so all these ginormous jumps don't look ginormous. But I did that. He did good going slow to this giant jump. He didn't knock the pole like he did when I tried him, which was surprising. Um, but then I cooled him off and had someone give him a bath for me because I had to run home and get 2 horses. Um, and this is when I got off of him and I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening ever again. I did give him treats and some love, and then I had to go get Sully and Summer. So here I am on Mr. Sully. Boy, wearing the same saddle pad as Chester, brothers being brothers, but he looks good in blue. Chester definitely, I definitely like Chester more in blue than Sully, but it's because I think it blends in, like, not fully, but yeah, it does blend in. But grays look good and everything, like I've said before. I'm having major deja vu this day because I remember riding Sully for the first time here and falling off 3 times because he was a 7-year-old, very green. Like, yeah. Um, so yeah, super fun. Now he's a 10-year-old, not as green. He has his moments though, where he pretends that he's a green 7-year-old again. But I cantered him and popped him over this fence. He was feeling himself this day. He really was. But yeah, I kind of just was jumping whatever I felt like this day. I felt really confident with my riding with Sully. This was a week ago. This lesson. So, yeah. But yeah, I had a lot of fun riding Sully, having a nice lesson. Like, Sully is shorter than his brother. So, Sully is 16'3", so he's short, and he's jumping these tiny fences like it's nothing, and these huge fences like they're nothing. Like, I'm going at a really slow canter here, and he just pops it like it's nothing. Doesn't even drop a pole. Sully is one of those horses where he does not want to touch a pole. If he touches it, he gets mad at himself. So he is scared of the pole, so he just doesn't touch it because yeah, it's so fun. I love a horse that just doesn't want to touch the pole because that means that the poles will always stay up. So this is when I got him to go to a little bit of a speedier, more forward canter, and I jumped him over this fence as our last fence of our ride, and then I cooled him off and got Miss Summer from where she was waiting. And so I had the someone tack her up for me already so that way I could just immediately just start warming her up and getting her ready to go. And I had someone give Sully a bath because he was actually kind of sweaty after doing those jumps. Um, and then I gave him a treat and everything, and he did really good. And then after my lesson on Summer, I had to run home and get um Pumpkin in the trailer and grab a bunch of stuff and go to this horse show that I said I was going to. I had a busy day, like I said. Alrighty. So now I'm on Miss Summer, and this ride was the shortest lesson ever. Um, so I already had her pre-warmed up before I started the camera, so just kind of got her back into the little canter rhythm that I got and popped her over this cross rail, I think like 3 times. And then I popped her over this green small fence. I'm only jumping here small at the start of our lesson just because I need her to get like all warmed up in her knees, especially her knees, because recently I have found out that if I jump her too big, she buckles her knees, which I don't really need her doing that, especially since she's only 3. So I jump her small, and also like the Baroness told me like to just jump her over a couple of jumps more than like once. So I got her to a little bit of a faster speed. And then I jumped her over this jump going both ways this time. And I kind of did like a rollback to the same jump. So I did this and then I rolled her back, which I did this rollback so strange, and I kind of asked for a little bit of a faster speed over it this time, which she took along, which I wasn't terribly mad about. And then I jumped her over that green jump, and then I jumped her one more time over this yellow, and then I jumped her over a little bit of a bigger fence. I did the double that I did on both the boys, and she did this double beautifully. So I jumped her over the blue one, slowed her down a bit, and jumped her over the yellow. And she did a really good job. And then she looked at this fence, thought she wasn't going to jump it. She jumped it anyways. It nicked the top pole, but it didn't fall, which I was surprised she even tried jumping that jump, because I walked over to it and literally she was smaller than the jump. Don't ask, but this 3-year-old is freaking amazing. Then I cooled her off because I said I didn't do too much jumping with her. I just wanted to do little smaller jumps with her this day because we do have a smaller show like coming up. And I just wanted to do some small practice in, because it's in like 3 days when I was doing this. And then I cooled her off and I took her home, and I had someone give her a bath for me because I had to get out of there to go to that horse show that I was talking about with Miss Pumpkin. And then I went to the horse show. So here's that. Alrighty, so here I am at the show. So we did barrel racing first, and here I am going out and doing the barrels. This is the first time I ever did barrels with her, and she actually did really good, surprisingly. And slowing down, and she went really fast, and I slowed her down. And then the last thing we did was pole bending. So I included that. So this is us like cooling off and going over to the pole bending section. And she did actually pretty good, surprisingly. So here I am trotting her over to start her pole bending. And then we were called to go. And she actually did pretty good. She slowed down like a lot, and we swerved in and out. I actually went pretty slow on the pole bending because I didn't want to go too fast, just because I have never done pole bending before. So we went in and out and in and out, and she actually did pretty good with this. Right here is when she like already was like, we're going, like, hold on to your hat. And then she slowed down, and we did do a flat class, but I sadly didn't get any of it on camera. And we got second in pole bending, third in barrel racing, and surprisingly we got first in flat. But I mean, this horse does do really good on flat classes, even in English, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and turn the notifications on down below, and stay tuned for more horsey content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!